everybody, welcome back to more Return to the Jungle action. This is Return to the Jungle number 4, and we got a game on round 1, Remote versus KorKux. We got Remote spawning in at the top as the red human player. On the bottom we got KorKux spawning in as the purple orc player. It's gonna be orc versus human, Twisted Meadows. Let's see how this game turns out to be. Asking is like, so I'm next game, right? Let me check the bracket. Next game is Dota versus Shades actually, and we'll do your game right after that, asking. If needed, we'll go in for simultaneous games because it is kind of getting late and the finals is supposed to be a best out of 5, so it's already like 10:30 here. I'm gonna give like 15 minutes average time to each game, and it's not necessary that all games are supposed to be 15 minutes. Some games can go longer than that as well. One more hour for round 2 technically if I give 15 minutes every single game. It's already set in motion actually. I'm not really planning to turn it into a best out of 3 anymore. So we got Farseer coming in for KorKux. It is a pretty popular choice against humans. Pretty popular choice for orcs in general these days. Archmage coming in for Remote. Remote, of course, likes to do the pally rifle push, but of course, against orcs, I guess that wouldn't be the best strategy to go for. Against orcs, you want to have those spellcasters, you want to have them sorcerers as priests, and you want to be able to slow down the orc army. Both sound pretty standard. Scout footman heading towards KorKux base. KorKux has not scouted anything just yet. The footman may give away the location though. KorKux heading towards the north with the Farseer, and he's gonna have a bit melee with the footman. Here comes the grunt, and actually this is a pretty good thing by Remote. This will allow Remote to creep without much of a hassle. It will delay the Farseer. It did delay the Farseer for just a bit, and that just a bit time should be enough for Remote to be done creeping. And what do you have here? KorKux, he's gonna do some creeping of his own and just gonna send out one Spirit Wolf towards the enemy base. And an interesting creep pattern over here by Remote, I guess. Gonna go for the big guy the last. Here comes the Spirit Wolf. It's gonna be a pain. Remote should do something to get rid of that. KorKux didn't go for any kind of creeping. He went in for the other side to know where Remote may be. And oh, this doesn't look good for Remote. Remote forced to go back to his base. He got disrupted. This looks bad. Remote got disrupted over there, and this will force him back to the base, having to not creep the big guy out. You need that extra experience from the big guy. If you're going for that, you definitely want to at least kill the big guy and get the items from it. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Remote does have the arcane tower at the back of the base. That should be good enough for him to deal with the Spirit Wolves. Having some footmen on the field. One of them is weak. I don't think he has lost any footmen yet, unless until he lost anything to the creeps. From what I see here, the Farseer is already level... it's leveled up just a bit, and oh, sadly I didn't put a booster even this time. I'll put it up the next game, and Farseer is going to pick up the pieces! He's going to go for the rock goal, and that's going to give him some massive amount of experience points and good items. Remote spawning down his arcane vault, and this may or may not give Remote the level 3. There are of course 3 creeps here instead of the opposed earlier 2, and one of them has the item stat booster. Okay, this is actually a good item for KorKux. Scourge Bone Chimes. All of the melee units, and KorKux basically just has melee units apart from the Farseer. All of them will regain some HP. They have some lifesteal ability now. Nice lightning chain over there. Managing to kill at least one peasant. And have to be careful. Didn't resummon the wolves. I guess they timed out. And this is the thing about attacking a human player's base. As long as he can stay there, the human player is going to lose more number of peasants. And that's really bad for him. Remote is checking up right now. He already lost like 2 peasants from what I see. That's going to be some less lumber for him. And that's a big advantage for KorKux. Everything's going to be delayed for Remote. As soon as Remote hits tier 2, he's going to have less wood for the second hero, less food for setting up the tier 2 buildings. Of course, the Arcane Sanctums. Usually the traditional way of doing it is setting up 2 of them. He's going to have less gold, less lumber for that. KorKux will be able to creep this camp out without much of a hassle. Of course, that little pain is there of those Gnoll Wardens taking out the Spirit Wolves. KorKux already at tier 2. He has enough gold and lumber to go for everything that he needs to. Probably gonna get the second hero, Thorn Chieftain. Thorn Chieftain is also effective against human players. Here comes the Archmage, swanning down the Elemental. Remote going in with the Archmage. He's going to try and deal some damage on the burrow. KorKux is burrowing in a lot of peasants over there. A lot of peons. 2 here, 2 here. That's going to deal a lot of damage to the footmen. And as soon as the Thorn Chieftain is out, it's going to be a real bane for Remote. KorKux must not lose any of the burrows. If he loses burrows, then Remote will have a chance to come back. He will have a huge opening. And KorKux is doing a really good job of not losing any of the burrows over there. Remote trying to power build his Arcane Sanctums. They're coming up. Second hero, Mountain King, is also coming up. You see less of the Beastmaster these days. Of course, with the new patch, the Beastmaster's Bear costs you less mana. So that is a viable hero to go for. Against Orc players, Beastmaster used to be a pretty traditional choice for years. Not so much now, of course. Here comes the Mountain King. Remote ought to heal up a bit and then go for some creeping. Definitely wants to get that Archmage to level 2, level 3. Thorn Chieftain gonna creep with the Farseer here. KorKux may want to back out the Farseer here. You definitely want to give the levels to the Thorn Chieftain. You want to have Storms and you want to have the Endurance Aura. You want both of them. And you want both of them as soon as possible. Whoa! KorKux lost a grunt. This is bad. Losing a footman is something, but losing a grunt is another. This is like 700 HP. It's the strongest tier 1 melee unit in the game. This is bad for KorKux. Probably not his day. Torrent Totem and Beastery being set up. Unless until he wanted to intentionally lose the grunt and have the 3 extra food space, but players don't really tend to do that. Grunts are pretty strong as it is. You can do something like that with footmen. Doing that with grunts is not really a good thing. Both players creeping around a bit. KorKux should creep with the Thorn Chieftain right now. Yep, sending that Farseer behind. And may want to keep it a bit close so that they can get the aura. Lifesteal aura is so good over there. Now this is of course Twisted Meadows. Both of the players have spawned on the left side, I'm to say the right side of the map. You have this particular area pretty much open. You can go far away and try to set up expansions and stuff. And here comes the Farseer. Chain Lightning, nice Chain Lightning over there. Didn't really get any Jags though, sadly. That Ogre Warrior is down to pretty low HP. Going to be killed by Remote. Remote gaining all the experience for that. Archmage nearing level 3. Mountain King nearing level 2. Remote has a lot of priests right now and finally getting some sorceresses as well. But before that, he's going to get some breakers. Remote is going to break upkeep. Yeah, he's definitely going to break upkeep. He's already at 47 food of an army and he already has queued up like 50 plus. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. Setting up expansions like this is something that you can do in Twisted Meadows for spawns like these. And Remote getting a potion of Inwell, you definitely want that as well. Breaker's pretty good. Maybe want to get some attack upgrades on that after putting down a blacksmith. And as I said, broken upkeep for Remote. He's only gaining 7 gold per second now. Of course, you can compensate that with the creeping. Newbie XD says level 3 MK is key, and exactly, I would agree with that. Level 3 MK is very much key over here. Archmage is level 3 now, maybe you want to back it out. And Scout Peasant heading over here. Of course, you wouldn't had to do this and get your peasant killed if you had built a farm over here, or just send the peasant over there and then use the 50 gold. Vampiric Aura on the Torrent Chieftain. Okay, it's the item was already on the Farseer. He put it on the Torrent Chieftain. Torrent Chieftain will also benefit from the same aura. We got some Raiders and Spirit Walkers on the field. Spirit Walkers, of course, with Adapt Training, will be able to dispel the elementals and slows. He didn't get it yet, though. Is he getting it? He is getting it, because we're gonna have Adapt Training real soon. Nice Thunderclap over there by the Mountain King. Of course, the Torrent Chieftain and Mountain King, both of them receiving a bit of nerfs on their stunners. Both of the AoE stuns do is delayed by like 1 second, and Remote doing a pretty good job over here of forcing the TP on KorKux. KorKux back to his base. Currently sitting at an army of 48. He already has like 80 supply of burrows over there, so he can go in. KorKux already has the expansion set up. It's almost going to be saturated now. Maybe go creep out this camp over here and then break upkeep. Breaking upkeep is a good opportunity for KorKux right now, as Newbie XD, even though he broke upkeep, I don't really see him going over 60 at this point of time. He's only putting a blacksmith over there, which kind of indicates that he's going to go for some upgrades on the attack for the Spellbreakers. That, or you can go Castle Knights, but now Castle is... you're probably not going to do that. It's probably not going to go for Castle. There's a lot of spellcasters here, but a 60 plus orc army can deal with something like that. Torrent Chieftain about to hit level 3. Mountain King for Remote is already level 3. Going toward his shop. Want to buy some potions. TPs perhaps. Where's the TP? I don't recall any time in the game where Remote had to TP back to his base. There wasn't any such situation from what I can remember, at least. There may be a situation where he sold off the TP perhaps. Or... because I remember KorKux having to get the forced TP, but I don't remember Remote doing it. We have a battle over here right now, and nicely done! Magic control! Magic control, controlling away those spirit wolves, and those spirit wolves got disenchanted over there. Some more disenchants going on. Chain lightning, stomps going all across the map. Nice thunderclap. Of course, both of them nerfed, and no! The Fallen Chieftain goes down! This looks bad for KorKux. KorKux sitting in an army of 54, Remote at army of 54 as well. And KorKux immediately targeting away the Archmage, but it's going to use Potion of Inwell. He didn't have to use the TP. In a normal situation, Archmage usually has TP, and Mountain King doesn't have enough mana, but right now, if the Mountain King had enough mana for one more Thunderclap, all these units would have already been dead right now. Finally getting one more kill over there, and this Footprint is weak. Maybe you want to kill it yourself or send it back to the base. Grunt are going to try and target it. All the Grunts are slowed down. This game seems to be going into the hands of Remote right now. Remote is on a roll. We've got a greater healing potion on the Archmage. Maybe you're going to pass it on to the Mountain King. Mountain King is definitely going to make better use of that. Level 4 on both of the heroes for Remote. And the Farseer goes down. GG called. And this game goes to Remote.